Okay, here is my Pluot 4-in-1 tree. I was like, it's looking like it's growing pretty good. It's growing, but these leaves look like they're dying. Am I watering too much? What's going on? Well, this is plum leaf curl. And what that basically means, it's not a fungus or anything, but and I don't know if I can show you on this, but if I flip it over, and if you look at the under part of this, you can see that there are green little things that are on the underside of this. And you'll know what I'm talking about when I take it and put my finger against it and, I pulled it off. And I rub it. When I rub it off, all that stuff that's on my nail there, that green stuff, yeah, those are bugs. So, all of this leaf curl is actually not due to any fungus. You can spray it, but it's leaf curl, also a plum leaf curl, because this is a crossbreed between plum and apricot. And here, let's see if I can take this guy and flip it around. It's so much easier if you have two people doing this. But yeah, look at all those guys underneath there. You can see all of the nice little bugs that are under there. You can also take a spray gun and spray them. What I have done here, I'm just gonna run my finger underneath it. Now you can see all those little mites. Those are mites. And I sprayed it down a little bit with some water, but as soon as the leaf starts to curl, that's the problem, is you can't get the spray gun jets underneath there. So how do you prevent this? And all I do is I take my finger, put it underneath the leaf, and I start to push forward like that, and I pull all that junk out. Man, I have some beautiful nails, don't I? All those guys are sitting on there. Now, that's what happens when you have the curl. I could go underneath all of these guys and pull more, come on, focus, more bugs and mites out, right? That's kind of the downside. Here on the same tree, I have these branches that don't really have very many. I mean, I can go underneath and get a couple of them. There they are. And that's what I'm gonna do for this whole entire tree, is put my finger underneath each leaf to try to get them out. But one of the other things that really helps, let's see if I can find them. There they are. Look at that ladybug. I have 1, 2, 3. I have another one down there, 4. I have a couple on these other branches that are currently eating. Oh, there's another one, 5. I have all these ladybugs. I went to the store and I purchased them, and they've really been helping out because the top of this guy has been growing really good. So you can see the top right here is not really being affected by it because all of those bugs, or ladybugs, are helping me out by getting all those mites out. So I'm gonna help them out by getting rid of all the mites. But, whoa, did you see that bug? Yeah, that was awesome looking. Man, there's tons of them that are everywhere. See a nice little blue mites that are sitting underneath it. All you have to do is run your finger underneath it and crush them, and they'll die. Or you can take a spray gun and spray it, but you have to be very thorough and shoot up. And the downside of shooting up with these is it's gonna knock out all of those beautiful ladybugs that want to eat all the stuff that's on here. So I'm gonna go through and clear out the bugs on all these trees with my hand. Just doing this little motion, put my finger underneath it. Oh, if I could see this little motion, finger underneath, pull it back, go to the next one, pull it back, go to the next one, and just do that for all of these leaves, because I don't want these mites all over my stuff. I want them off of my stuff. Man, if I could focus on here. There's some pretty microscopic thing. I mean, did you see all those bugs that came out? Let's see if I can focus again. Look at all those. Man, maybe you can't see them. Going underneath this guy right here. Move it away. Look at all those. Focus, focus. There we go. On that, so I'm going to go through all of these. You can spray as soon as, well, not when you're flowering, but right before you start to flower. Or you can spray during the winter with some dormant oil, because those mites will definitely want to reproduce. And it usually happens in the springtime when you see that they are giving you that leaf curl, but just gotta get them all off. All right, anyways, so if you didn't know how to get these things off or what it is, there's a really good way to be able to do it. Just kind of squish the leaf in your fingers, have some ladybugs help you out with it. It's a good organic, natural way to do it. You can use sprays that are there, but don't spray them when it is springtime, when you're actually going to see it, because then that will kill off a lot of the beneficial insects that help manage mites. Even though, I mean, right now you look at this and you might think, that's not managed, McGarren. And I would say to you, you are totally right. It is not very well managed. It's because I just found out what this stuff was doing a couple of days ago. And can you do this with gloves? Sure. Do I care about getting a little bit dirty? No, I don't. I'm fine with squishing insects with my fingers. After doing this to all the branches, I will go around and I will spray it again, not too hard. Oops, picked off some leaves. But you got to do this to get them off. Or you can be less meticulous and just spray it down, but I've tried that a couple of times and it hasn't been working. Beyond that, I hope you have a great day, and hopefully you don't have to do this to your peach trees, because it's kind of tedious and not the most enjoyable thing, but I don't know, I think it's kind of beneficial, because you're just crushing a bunch of little bugs in your fingers. I mean, who doesn't want to do that, right? Okay, send me your thoughts, ideas. If you're like, dude, McGarren, you're doing this the hard way, let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing with this stuff. All right, beyond that, have a stellar day.